like people like him, people like Charlamagne, people like Kendrick Lamar. They talk
deep,
about
man.
like this is stuff that needs to be healed. You have to like deal with it to like, and you always hear like the saying breaking generational curses.
Yeah.
It's definitely like something you have to heal first before you can actually do. And you can't just say it. You have to actually go
out and do it. And that's basically what he put in the album is like the push to do it, like the confidence to go and just do it. Like he basically states like a lot of times like there's no one who's coming to help.
Yeah.
You have to be able to like not take a handout. And like he says that on there. Like I mean he says like I forget on what track it was. I think it's Savior maybe. Which is like track 14.
When he's like, I'm not your savior.
Yeah, like he basically goes into
idolizing
like
rappers, basketball players. Just
they're set.
He's like, I'm not your savior.
Yeah.
They might give you confidence, like you said, like Future, talking about getting your money.
He name dropped LeBron.
Yeah.
Like, yes, these people are good to look up to. And these people are good to, you know, but these are like one-on-ones, man.
Because you hear like people saying like, I would never make it unless I'm a rapper or a hooper.
Right.
Like, there's much more out there.
There's much more out there, and you can make it off of it. There's people out here who are rich, and you wouldn't even know it.
Right. Drop shipping.
You know what I mean? Like there's people, millions of people in America who are rich, and you don't know it because it's not like they are in the media doing the rapping thing or the athlete thing. It's like you have to basically go outside of your zone, figure out what that is, and just nail it and execute it.
Right. Your true generational curse is your way of thinking.
Right.
Like,
right. And so, I mean, that was such a powerful message. And this whole project is like, he really did like take some time off to figure out what was going on with the Black community, I feel like. And
shouted out J. Cole too.
Shout out J. Cole. He's just been working a lot with, he says in there, he's working a lot with like the community. This is a 365 thing for him. This is a one-day thing for you.
Yeah. And a lot of like
powerful
powerful
line.
Fake like activists or like fake. Like you go to one protest and you think you're changing.
Go to Black Lives Matter and then you're back to, you know, doing your thing. And so I think that's such a powerful message, dude. He's doing this shit like all year round. And for him to basically state that and be like, you know, look, I make music for the Black community.
Yeah.
I make music for people who are struggling. I make music for stuff like that. And that's like the first part of the album. But then at the last part of the album, what I got from it is like, but look, at the end of the day, we also all have to strive for greatness.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to like execute on that greatness. We all have to encourage each other to execute on that greatness and like step outside of our comfort zone because like you said, we're not your savior.
Yeah.
We can only do so much. We're not going to give you millions of dollars to provide, you know, to do certain things. You have to be the person who goes out and gets that. So
facts. I think the biggest thing,
I love that message.
I feel like the biggest takeaways from his message is like heal yourself and like take time to do that and kind of like try to learn your true culture. Because like if you look at some of those,
that's facts.
If you look at some of those, it's not a 23andMe, but it's kind of like that. It's like tells you it's more based in like Africa and stuff.
Ancestry.com.
No, it's a specific one for like Africa, like African or just descent. African descent. If like imagine that's something I want to do and like learn what kind of like culture or like just country of origin that some of my ancestors are from, because like a lot of times in the Black community you just be like, oh, what if you say like what ethnicity are you, they'll be like, I'm black.
Yep.
Like that's not an ethnicity.
No.
You know what I mean?
I know more about my American history in my family, like the Blackfoot Indians and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
More than I know about the African shit. Like I don't know anything about my African descent. Like that's
what
crazy.
I'm saying. Like if we could break that, that would bring like so much more culture.
Yeah,
like
not even the culture. I would say the identity.
That's the word.
You know what I mean?
Goes hand in hand like, because like your identity, like say you're say you're Nigerian, like your Nigerian identity is gonna go hand in hand with your Nigerian culture. You know what I mean? Or like bringing that back.
And be honest, you've been to college and everything. You've been in the university and stuff like that. Like you've seen that environment. Like legitimately, when you see people from Africa, they're happy.
It's different.
They're happy. They're happy. They're
I wouldn't say they're all everybody's happy.
Not
but
everybody,
like,
but you can tell. Like I mean,
I know what
all
you
the
mean,
people
though.
I've met from Africa have been the same personality, and that's like bright. That's like vibrant, because it's like you know what I mean. Because it's like they kind of know like who they are, where they came from.
It's different.
What they're doing, what they're here to do.
Yeah,
like they know what they're here to do. A lot of people from Africa know what they're here to do. I'm here to get my
like
degree.
Their family.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel like I definitely agree with what you're saying. I wouldn't say they're necessarily. Because, like, you never know, like, what people are going through.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Like, they're more connected to, like,
and I feel like
purpose.
that would give a lot of Black people in America, like, that sense of
That's
purpose,
what I'm saying.
that sense of self. Like you said, like, that sense of self, that sense of purpose. Like, that would give us, like, that extra confidence boost in a way because, like you said, like, we don't know. We're just a mixed batch.
You're deeper than just, like, American. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, like, if you just, like I said, connect with your culture and do some healing, bro, that would change the community. Like,
our traditions aren't Christmas. Our traditions aren't fucking, like, you know, all these, like, Christian holidays. It's probably something else. And, like you said, it's just been beaten out of us over the couple years that we've been here and, like, couple generations we've been here. So,
and like Kendrick was saying, nobody's gonna bring that back to you. You gotta do it yourself.
You have to go find it. You have to go be willing to go find it. And I feel like that's definitely a positive message because we're definitely in an era now to where we get handed a lot of stuff and we're getting handed a lot of information on, like, how we should go about our lives.
Yeah.
But
a lot of messages too.
Yeah.
Like,
one feeling that we had when we were kids that we don't really have now is the sense of that, of being able to just have the confidence to go do and just do it. Like, I feel like that's something we lost with this whole smartphone era, man.
Well, not even just that, but, like, a lot of messaging is, like, you hear messaging, like, you take a white kid and you take a Black kid. Yeah. The white kid's automatically going to have a better life. Yeah. Automatically. Like, messages like that, that is not the case,
It's not good for your brain either.
It's different, like...
You're basically setting yourself up for the disappointment.
If that's how you think and that's how you project, that's what you're going to believe.
You limit yourself.
And that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just stuff like that where I understand it. Like, a lot of times what people are saying is, like, maybe that kid's going to go through more shit. Yep. Younger, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case to where, like, that's their mentality. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I think I'm definitely, like, one of those people too. Like, I don't think you're a product of your environment. I think that you can overcome it. Some people are. Some people are.
A lot of times,
like,
people
you don't have a choice.
Me personally, that's how I feel. A lot of times people are, especially if you grow up in the hood, and all you see is, like, killings, drug dealing and shit. Like, it's easy to fall into that
toxicity, like,
and it's hard to get out
around you. Yeah, it's definitely hard. It's not undoable, but it's definitely one of those things where, like, take an instance. I watched the Hodge twins on YouTube. You watch them? No. Very conservative. Anyways, but they're going over, like, this guy who won the lottery. He won $26,000. He won $30,000, but, you know, taxes, so about $20,000. And he went out. The first thing he did, he's from the hood. First thing he did was go buy a chain for $20,000. And you could tell this dude didn't have any money. He didn't really have much sense, stuff like that. And he walks out of the gas station, and you see the footage. These 3 Black dudes take his chain and drive off. Yeah, and he was upset. And that's
so you pay for the insurance on there?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's definitely one of those things where it's like, you are a product of your environment. Like, you are accepting the foolishness almost. Like, dude,
that, and then a lot of times
you don't know any better.
Community, you're not taught, like,
doesn't know any better. Doesn't know any better. And that's the part that kind of, like, dude, $20,000. Yeah, Drew, me and you, dude, $20,000. What we could do with that money? Yeah, holy shit. I mean, $500. Like they said, $500 on a chain, and then I'd be putting that shit everywhere else. Exactly. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But, and so
again, we say that, but it's on you to, like, go out and learn it, and it's on you to, like, grow, bring a generation into the world and teach them that. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, this dude was a grown man. I mean, well over 30. Yeah. And dude.